want to begin by saying that my name is Sam Davis. I am fortunate enough to be surrounded by people who, like me, have studied this particular topic or the particular topics that we're going to be dealing with. We run a program called Education in Commercial Remedies, and this particular module or aspect of what we're going to do here is going to be known as debt storm shelter. A storm shelter is something that you build in preparation for an event in the future. It's something that you build in the immediate for an event in the future. And so we believe that this is an appropriate name. I want to take the opportunity to welcome all of you who have chosen to come. We have people from as far away as New Jersey, as far south as Las Vegas and New Mexico, and from other points as well. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that they're very welcome and we appreciate you coming. I want to explain the syllabus a little bit because it's backwards, and it's that way for a reason, because we don't do things in the normal way. We set this notebook up so that when you turn the page, you have note-taking ability on the right-hand side of the page. You can write on the back of the page, turn the page, and you can follow along and stay right with us. Okay, it's kind of unusual, but I like it. I think it's a good way to do things. Keeps all your notes right next to where you wanted to write them so that you can refer to them and understand what you were doing. As you go through this book, we're not going to read to you every page. I like to speak, I'm not sure what the word is, extemporaneously. Is that the right word? Hey, a big word. So just bear with us if we hesitate for a moment and collect our thoughts, but we're going to try and impart to you enough information that you can come out of here, out of these 3 days, with a working knowledge and at least some knowledge to build on for the future as you build your storm shelter. At the end of the seminar, we have a questionnaire that we would like for each of you to fill out that will critique what we've done. We like to say that we're a customer-driven company. That means we want to take care of you. What does that mean to you? We want to know that our efforts and our way of doing things matches up with what you, our customer, wants to see. So with that, I want to welcome you again to the meeting. It's going to be an information-packed 3 days. I want to take a moment to recognize our staff here and the great job that they have done. The ladies have just, they've worked themselves to the bone. And ladies, we appreciate that. Thank you. Please, for those of you who are not on staff, please take time to get to know these people. They want to get to know you, and they're here to help us all in everything that we do. Throughout the book here, and I'm going to go to the agenda in just a moment, you'll find our statement of belief and purpose. We think that this is very important. One of the things that we want to talk about is the role that education and knowledge plays in eliminating fear. If you have a fear of what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. If you can't act in confidence and knowledge, don't act. Better stay where you are until you have your storm shelter built. And it's very important that you Think that through in each act or each thing that you start to do. We want to have this process of education result in responsible actions, responsible decision making, responsibility on a personal level. Theodore Roosevelt said that men who do not govern themselves are destined to be governed by someone else. Which do you want to be? Do you want to be governed by yourself or by someone else? Above all, we have to stand before God, our Creator, in the truth, above all else. Because without the truth and without integrity, you have nothing. It's used to be said that a man's word was his bond. Is a man's word his bond today? Not generally. Bonds are made to be broken, right? Contracts are written to be broken. We don't want to act in that. We want to stand and act the truth wherever that takes us. Today, we're going to go through several different topics. I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine here in a little bit who's going to speak for an hour on a program that changed my life. And it changed my life so dramatically that for years, ever since that event happened, I've been trying to get people to listen and understand and go through the University of My Success. The University of My Success. When you understand how your mind works and understand why it works that way and what are the conditions that made it work that way, you know what? You can begin to change the way you think. The scripture says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. How are you going to renew your mind if you don't understand how to do that? He's going to give you the basic fundamentals of beginning that process. He developed this in a college course and was taught in college. It's very, very powerful and life-changing. He's just going to give you the tip of the iceberg. Then we're going to talk about remedies in commercial law. Everything that goes on around us is commerce. Everything. Even sex is commerce. Even sex in marriage is commerce. It's a contract, it's a union. And children are an expansion of that contract. Think about the connotations of that. Think about the connotations of commerce in marriage. Now you have not only a two-party contract, but a three-party contract. How are you going to deal with that third party? You know who the third party is? The state. What role does the state play in this contract, in this union, in the expansion of this contract? You see, this goes right to the very fundamental core of our society. Now, talking about society, you can trace every ill of society to one thing: debt. Debt. I have here, forgive this, it's been well worn. Newsweek magazine, August 27th, 2001. Are you maxed out? American consumers are drowning in debt. How to swim to financial safety. Cover of Newsweek magazine. And it's got two people up to their necks in credit cards. There's a problem. Financial stress causes all kinds of results. All anybody ever does is treat the symptom. Let's get to the cause. And debt is the cause. We're going to talk about some of the remedies for doing that.